Hey guys, how you doing? jpsarrireviews here, and welcome to this vlog. And I want to say to all of you, before we get into the video, I want to say thank you always for being supportive of my channel, for watching the videos, for following in social media throughout the years. It's always been an honor. It's been a pleasure, but more than a pleasure of mine, it's also been an honor to being able to produce content that you enjoy, and that you are little by little, over time, over the years, have become my friends. We've become friends. I have made a lot of friends because of the content I produce, and that's been, I think, the most amazing, most humbling part of it, and definitely the most rewarding aspect of being a content creator. So I want to say to all of you, thank you. Now, as I normally do, I try to share some of my life with you. I do that because I feel that it's important to have that connection. Not only you come to watch my videos because of the stuff that I review, but also because ultimately you're also interested in my life. Many of you are. You're interested in what's going on with me. You're supportive of every step of the way, every decision that I take, every path that I follow. And to me, that means a lot. And, I want to really share with you where we at right now with the channel, with everything that is in the different channels that I have and the future. And I have shared some of that in the past, but I want to give you perhaps a clear view, or at least some update in reference to what's happening or what's going to happen. As I mentioned in previous videos, I was not totally sure what the future will be. And at this point, I'm not sure. I don't think there's a guarantee of anything in life. We don't have a guarantee it will be permanent in anything. But also, I have come to a place where I enjoy what I do. I love producing this content for you. And I love to produce content just for my own well-being, for my own sake. Keeps my sanity, in the craziness of life, being able to produce videos, to talk about this or that. And, I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to do so. And right now with the channel, I don't know how the future is going to be. But I do know that we will continue to produce content, and as I mentioned before, perhaps not at the same speed or level that we did before, but also we evolving into the content and to do things that are not necessarily just to try to stick with one thing and just follow it, just to try to get the numbers up or try to get the views and followers, but most importantly, just to be myself on it. And that's what I've been doing. Now, this weekend, I'm on vacation, or a weekend getaway with the family. I came with my daughter, my son-in-law, my wife. We came to the mountains here in Tennessee, in the Smoky Mountains Park. We are in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and it's a beautiful place. We're enjoying the opportunity to be here. And most importantly, I enjoy the opportunity to be with my daughter and her husband, but also to be with my wife and being together, but also the respite, the opportunity to have some breathing room and to see the things in a different perspective. Of course, sometimes places outside of your comfort zone or where you're normally comfortable with, it's good. So vacation is always important. So I love the mountains. Always been something that I enjoyed since I remember, since I was a kid, when my dad used to take us to the mountains, things like that, and places like that. And I have always enjoyed the mountains, and it's a place where I found myself time and time again, a place of renewal, at least for my soul. To see how small we are and how the world, how big it is, and being able almost to touch heaven, it's something that it's always so beautiful and amazing, an experience to see the mountains. So here we are in the mountains of Tennessee, and we've been having a good time. If you have never been in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, or this part of the country, it's beautiful. So I recommend to anyone who gets the opportunity. It's only, I would say, 6 hours away from home, from our home in Bluffton, South Carolina, which is the Hilton Head and Savannah area. So it's not far. It's a good drive, but it's not bad. And you go to the mountains and all. But get here, it's a good experience. It's beautiful. Gatlinburg, we just went to Anakeesta, which is the park that there's a new park that is in the mountains. You can get to the top through a gondola. It's pretty nice experience up there. You can have nice views. There's places to eat. There's things to do. It's a good place for the family. But also you have the park itself, the Smoky Mountains. There's a lot of entrances to the park, a lot of pathways and cascades and waterfalls and water and rivers. So you can do zip lining, river rafting. There's so many things you can do around here. Of course, during the winter, you can go to the ski resort. So not a bad thing. So we're enjoying the opportunity to be here. This is bear country. There are bears around, so you got to be careful. It's a beautiful place. Now, really, this is a place where I can recharge at least, to think what the future will be. And as I mentioned, the podcast is coming back. Age of Heroes Season 5, I've been working on it. I've been working on the last interviews and last episodes, but it's going live. So stay tuned in probably a week or two, a couple of days. Stay tuned for that. I will give you the information on that. Great interviews, talking to fantastic people in the industry, where there is collectors for a long time. People have been involved in reviewing, people who I know for many years through Statue Forum, through YouTube. Also talking to people who are artists, who work in the industry, painters, sculptors, company owners. So it's going to be a very interesting season. So I would recommend for anyone who is interested to watch every part. We talk about everything unfiltered. There are moments where we talk about the good and the bad of the industry, the good things that people can share. And I feel that it's going to be an eye-opener for a lot of people who are sometimes as collectors, we're on this side. We don't see why people are facing on the other side. The people who are actually producing the stuff that we use and we utilize, and the content that we purchase and all that. So it's good to know, to see on the other side of the fence what people see, and also gives a better perspective of how the industry is evolving, what the future will bring, and also the trends and the things that sometimes we don't see. Particularly, we're young collectors, people who have been here for maybe like less than 5 years. They're still unfamiliar with some things that happened in the past that actually are important for us to keep them here for perspective, for to give us that, at least orientation and how things are evolving, how this industry has always worked. And even though you may think that some new trends are not necessarily new. So it's going to be an eye-opener. We also talk about comics. We talk about other things. So it's going to be an amazing season. So stay tuned for that. Now, with JPSR Reviews, we're going to continue producing content at my own pace. I've been doing the Twitter head reviews right now with statues. I want to come back to do more toy reviews. I've been preparing for that, so stay tuned for that. I definitely want to do more omnibus reviews, more comic book reviews, but time will tell. Definitely with my job, my daytime job, it's sometimes hard to get the time, but it's in the plans. At least I'm trying to do something there. With JPSarri Gaming, I might do more live streams. I want to do more video reviews, but of course, I'm limited. I'm just one man. And with Born Again TV, I'm not sure exactly what Born Again TV will be. I've been thinking, one of those is I want to come to the mountains just to think about that, what to do with Born Again TV. I've even been thinking about changing the name of the channel. I'm not sure if that is the case, and that is mostly because of the name, because the name Born Again TV, of course, is something that it's official on YouTube. It's also official on Instagram, but I don't have the name right on Facebook or Twitter. So I'm not sure if I want to keep with that name, because I like to have my name across all the different platforms. So if you have an idea for a good name for that channel, which I talk about spirituality and all that, my journey, spiritual journey, and but I also want to kind of not make that a religious channel, but more about my personal experience and my walk and my daily walk and my spiritual journey with God and my wife. And we'll see. I don't know. Share about life, our experiences, about the things that we do. So stay tuned for that. So I want to say to all of you again, I want to say thank you. I don't know, there's a lot of things that I could share, but there are a lot of things that I still don't know. But at least I feel that I have a better vision that I did perhaps at the end of last year, even the beginning of this year. I think between right there by January, it's still, I wasn't sure, but we're moving. We're moving. So I try not to kill myself with this. I try to enjoy life and try to make more time off, take the time off, and go on vacations with my wife, with my family, just trying to explore more, something that I'm going to share more with you in social media. So stay tuned for that. Follow me in every place you can, where there's not only on YouTube, but also Facebook, on Twitter and Instagram. I have the links for all the stuff that I do. So again, I want to say thank you. As always, I wish you the best. God bless you, my friends. Take care. I will talk to you again. Bye-bye.